Like all these
Yeah,
bracelets
they all have something like
that you
different.
normally wouldn't expect from the normal rings, which is to be expected. All right, so
Right.
let's
It only
talk.
makes sense.
So, oh yeah, that reminds me. Who did you want? Did you have a candidate for this bracelet, by the way?
Um, maybe Hortensia. Um, but she's got Corin.
Yeah, and if we do that, then we have to take off. I feel like that extra HP is really helping out Hortensia. Plus, if we do that,
Mm-hmm.
we would have to. I feel like we would have to inherit Dragonic X
Right.
on her.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, no, it's because like I've run Veronica on Pandreo and Citrine and Gregory,
And the problem is
but I
that we,
haven't. Oh no, I've actually put Veronica on Hortensia before, but I think Corin is helping out more.
yeah, for now at least.
Mhm.
We also have to take into account. I mean, the problem is that these bonuses that it gives is really good. Like it gives
Mhm.
like magic, res, and luck. The thing is, though, the magic is really good because it gives +5 at max though.
Oh wow.
I mean, let's see. If I think if I use this to summon a hero, I think you know what. I'll actually put this on Kagetsu for now.
Yeah,
Because since
that
he's a
works.
backup unit, we'll talk about like the skill set when we actually see like you know.
Mhm.
Veronica, I'll fight for you.
So this is obviously isn't going to be his permanent emblem. Like no way.
Right.
So yeah, Veronica, she is the emblem of heroes, and she's literally basically kind of like how you would use her if you were playing heroes. She comes with her engaged skills are contra, which is basically dance, but the ally cannot move though. That's you
Mhm.
theoretically have three dancers actually, if you think about it. Now you can't obviously they thought around this. You can't use contract on a dancer and then have the dancer dance. Like you can't do that, okay? So don't like you can't do that at all. The thing with contract is that if you're a dragon, you get +2 to strength, magic, defense, and res to the ally during the combat. And if you're a backup unit, then the unit participates in a chain attack during the ally's action. And if you're a covert, you grant plus hit and avoid +30 to the ally during combat.
Oh, nice.
hmm And then she comes with summon hero. Contract, in my opinion, has always been like really good. Like I'm usually able to plan around this, and it's never been like an area where, oh man, if only I was a little bit closer. Plus, contract, even if the ally is like, you know, you can use this for like healing or just like, you know, anything. Like even if you don't like attack, it's still useful on the ally though, in my opinion. She comes with summon hero used to summon a random unit. Now, this may sound kind of so. Basically, what is this? Is that this is just like heroes. You can summon anywhere from a 3 to a 5-star ally. The 3 and 4 stars are generic, so however, the 5-star is always going to be a emblem. Like it could be Tiki, it could be Byleth, it could be Corn, it could be anyone, depending on the stone's color. Now the summoning rates are fixed. If you have a 30% chance to summon a 3-star, a 40% chance to summon a 4-star, and a 30% chance to summon a 5-star. Now the thing is that with a dragon, you summon a powerful unit, and basically what this does is that it removes the 3-star rates and it adds it into the 4-star rate. So with the dragon, you have a 70% chance to summon a 4-star and a 30% chance to summon a 5-star. So that's basically what it
Mhm.
means when it's when it says summon a powerful unit. This is pretty good though, because you know because 3 stars, let's face it, they're pretty garbage. Which that can be a good and bad thing because usually it's kind of like how you would summon how if you in Sacred Stones, if you summon a generic, like you know, if you were a summoner and you summon like a zombie, the AI would always go after the zombie actually. So it's kind of a good or bad thing because if you summon a 3-star, the AI will always usually prioritize the 3-star in this game. I found. So you have to keep that in mind. If you're a dragon though, or not a dragon, if you're a backup, let me see. If you're a backup unit, you basically give the summon unit the dual strike skill, which is what Lucina comes with, which basically it treats the unit that you summon as a backup unit, which lets them participate in chain attacks. So that's pretty good. And if you're a cavalry unit, you basically just grant +1. Let me see. Where is seriously? Oh my god, he's all the way down here. You basically give the summon unit an extra +1 move, which you know can be helpful. So I do think Veronica's pretty good. Like she's basically a pseudo dancer in a way, and you're able to summon an extra ally to help you out in combat. It can be good or bad. I'd say that her. This is really tough. I think the dancing
Mm-hmm.
alone. I think I have to give her 5 stars. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
contemplating 4, but the fact that she can be a dancer in a way, yeah, I have to give her 5 stars for that.
Yeah. I mean, she can summon another unit.
hmm
That's insane to me. And it's something that no other emblem or unit can do. Um, well, there's Lynn's clones, but that's different. You can't really control those.
Yeah,
Um,
this is an ally. Yeah, I should mention this is an ally you can actually control. It's not like an ally unit.
right. Yeah, no, it's yeah, and if you happen to summon an emblem, like I love how they've just like incorporated gacha into this game.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like you said, contract is also really good. It's like diet dancing. Um, yeah, no, 5 out of 5 stars. No one else can do what she does.
Oh my god!
Like
So I'm just laughing at the diet dancing. That's a
it
I've
is
never.
diet dancing. They get another action, but they can't move. But
Yeah.
it's still another action.
Oh my god. No, I just love that. I've never heard that before.
Diet dancing.
Okay, so now we have to go on to her skills. So I have to say though, Crystal Reprisal, it's good, but it should not cost as much. Like what the
No,
hell?
3,000. Ugh.
So yeah, Reprisal, it is good. Like, don't get me wrong, this is a good skill. Like, seriously, if you're not at full HP, you basically add 30%. The plus version is 50%. This is a good skill, but 5,000, 5,000, like that's like seriously, you would have a better chance of just inheriting a strength slash other skill, like
Nope.
strength or dex or like strength and defense. Like you'd be better off inheriting that than reprisal. Like this is good actually because you're gonna like I can understand I can definitely see people like going crazy with this and wrath
Hmm.
actually. Like I can definitely see that, but it's too much. I'm sorry, it's just too much to inherit. You get Magic and Dex switch from her, which honestly, this is actually not that bad. I will say, Magic and Dex is not bad. Like, it seems that they go for the Strength and Dex and Magic and Dex. Like, there's no emblem that gives you Strength and Magic or Strength and Speed or Magic and Actually,
Hmm.
no, wait, I think I'm wrong on that, because... No, yeah, no, like, there's no, like, Strength, like, the Strength or Magic Speed combo, because that would be, like, this... Because, like, those are the most important stats in Fire Emblem. Strength, Magic, slash, and then speed. So there's no emblem that actually
Hmm.
gives that. I actually, I think, wait, maybe Soren actually gives, I think, magic and speed. We have to check when we get him. Like, actually, wait, I can check right here. Um, no, he gives magic and res. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Okay, anyway, back to Veronica. She comes with Book of Worlds, which I do like how they kind of incorporate her, like, book into like a skill. So how this works is that it starts at stage 1 and well it starts at stage 0 and then for every turn you use weights you'll get an extra stage added to that and it reverts back to the original once you like attack or trigger the skill. So how it works is that with book 1 you get seal, which if you initiate combat you freeze the foe after the combat. Book 2 is flame, where if the unit initiates combat, like these stat like the previous book will add on to the next, so I'm just gonna read it as that. So
Hmm.
in with book 2 you get flame, where not only do you freeze the foe, but you also set the foe's space on fire after combat. So when when the enemy comes around, they're gonna take 10 damage. With book 3 you get death, where you freeze the foe, deal plus 10 damage, and you also you not only do you set your space on fire, but you also deal 10 damage to them. Book 4 is dream, where you freeze the foe, damage is plus 10 damage is dealt, you set their fire on tile, but you also restore HP equal to the damage that you dealt during the combat. And then finally is book 5, which is silence, where if you initiate combat, you do all the other effects, but not only do you restore HP to yourself, but also to adjacent allies to that based on the damage you dealt during the combat. So
Mm-hmm.
Book of Worlds is also pretty interesting. Like I also thought that it's a very interesting skill. Like you have to kind of play around it with the weight, and you can get some crazy stuff. Like it's kind of like it's one of those like skills. Like it's almost like a spur/fortify skill in a way that you have to use weight in order to like plan around. And also, it's pretty cheap, like 300 for this. Like it's kind
Right.
of. I always thought that was weird. Level boost. This is basically kind of like Roy's Rise Above, but the thing is though that you have to you have to basically kill the foe in order to get an extra level, and this lasts for the entire map. It's just like Rise Above, but you don't need to be engaged in order to get this. But the thing is though, instead of being your levels going up to +5, it only goes up to +3 max. So you kind of have to be careful with that. Again, very cheap, 300 for this. Like I would not think this would be this cheap though.
Yes, like reprisal being 5,000, but the level boost only being 300.
We're not even. That's not even the craziest one. I think.
I know.
SP
SP
conversion.
conversion.
So you get 20 SP after you defeat the foe, and you get this. Like you get this 20 SP no matter what. If you have a ring or bracelet equipped, and this stacks with the SP that you would normally get from a ring or bracelet equipped. So let's say you let's say you would have gotten 20 SP from killing a foe or 30 SP from killing a foe. With SP conversion, you basically just got 50 SP right there, which is pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
And then knife guard. I'm not even going to waste my breath on that. And yeah, so yeah, Magic Index is pretty good. The knife guard is knife guard. Reprisal. I do think that the cost of this is pretty insane. Like even the base version, like this should not be 5,000 in my opinion. Like maybe 3,000. Like maybe 3,000, but
5,000.
like make I would actually like to spare a Reprisal. The base version was 3,000, the Reprisal Plus was 5,000. That I can work with, but this is like let's say you get this, like this is like seriously 6,000 SP for this. Like that's 60 levels you have to get with a ring just to actually get this. No.
Oh
That's
my
why
God.
like this is where one of those reasons where you need to use the manuals in order to get this skill. Like there's no way you're getting this naturally. So yeah, I do think Veronica is actually a pretty good bracelet in terms of skill inheritance. Like her, like if you just like cut out Reprisal, all of her like things are cheap. Like level boost, SP conversion, Book of Worlds, like all these are pretty useful. I think because of Reprisal, I have to give her 4 stars. Like this is too much, but I think with Book of Worlds, level boost, and SP conversion, it's worthy of a 4-star rating. Like if Reprisal was cheaper, then definitely 5 stars. But no, with the high cost of Reprisal, I have to book it down to 4.
Yeah. It's another case of I wish Magic Index didn't cost so much because it could be so great. Like for the thing is with the stat boost ones that like give strength and magic, I don't get why they cost so much because they don't have any like additional effects, Like that's what bothers me. Like Book of Worlds is only 300, and if you get even a couple stacks on that, it's insane. It's
Yeah.
really good. Like I very frequently run that on my mages.
Like I think Book of Worlds is like useful no matter what. Like even the base version, like the fact that you basically just seal the foe, you don't even need to use a seal staff or being like in order to do that, you either need to hit with a free staff or you need to be engaged with Corn because of Dreadful Aura. Like
exactly, like it's so good. But Magic Index is just giving Magic Index a lot. Like same with the other ones, like Strength Index and Strength and Defense. Like it's a flat effect. It's not like.
And it's weird
so I just don't
how,
get why 8,400 is the
and it's
full
weird,
cost.
And yeah, it's weird because for the other ones like Speed and Res and like Speed and Dex, like those cost like 4,800.
Right. And they give speed.
Yeah.
So like, but yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted on Veronica's skills because if they cost less, she would easily be like a 5 out of 5, barring Knife Guard, because Knife Guard, we already know the guard skills are a joke.
This is actually the worst of the guard skills in my opinion.
Yeah, Knife Guard. Oh my god.
Like there is no way they were scratching their heads when they thought, you know what, Knife Guard.
I know, right? They were like, damn, what would be great? Knife guard.
Yeah, like
Um,
all these other guard skills, I think, don't get me wrong, the guard skills are garbage, but like knife guard, this is definitely a case where they were just
mm,
like they just gave up.
exactly. But like, same with reprisal. Like, I wish it was 3,000 and not 5,000. It's nice, like it's good, but I don't really inherit it, not only because of the cost, but also just because like it's nice when I have it, but I don't need it. It's
Yeah,
like for me, it's like surprise attack.
I think
I
that's
like
what.
surprise attack better.
Yeah, like
For me, it's
surprise
like
attack.
it's nice to have it, but you don't need it.
Yeah, like this is a case where I think this is what reprisal is one of the reasons why she has SP conversion because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
five
It's
thousand.
like for me, it's just like, especially because this game really discourages enemy phasing, and on maddening mode, you really need to have your units at as full health as possible.
Yeah, like there are
It's
some
like
exceptions
it's
like
not the same
diamonds.
as, yeah, I was gonna say it's not the same as Wrath, where with Wrath, that's a crit hit. You can do a lot more damage with
Hmm.
that, and it costs way less. Reprisal is just like a couple damage.
The only
It's not
thing
like,
about
oh,
I think the
yeah.
good thing about reprisal is that there's no cap though, as compared to
Mhm.
Wrath, because there is a cap
Oh,
for that.
true.
Yeah,
Hmm. I
and
could see Reprisal being really good on a unit with holdout, kind of like how Wrath is, but still, I think Wrath is just better.
hmm
Um, However, with Book of Worlds and SP conversion, that's enough for me to give her a 4 out of 5 because they're cheap and they are so good. I
oh wait,
get SP conversion on as many units as I can.
oh really? Oh, I mean, I
Yeah.
do. I mean, I kind of like just like SP conversion. I do get it. It's just that like if I actually already have like skills planned out, I do think it's I do get it because like I don't have anything else I'm planning
Oh,
on getting
yeah.
at the moment.
No, yeah, no, I don't keep it permanently. I keep it until like I've reached a certain skill that I really need.
Hmm. It's just like level boost. Like I like if I were to inherit anything, I would honestly inherit level boost to keep because
Yeah,
that's just like rise above, just from Roy, just
right.
2 levels less, and
Yeah.
like.
My favorite from hers is definitely Book of Worlds, though.
Oh yeah, like that. The thing is
Hmm.
though, that's kind of like with the surprise attack for me. Like I don't like inherit it. Like I
Oh, yeah.
would, but it's just that it's
Hmm.
like one of those where if like I have nothing else planned.
Yeah. I usually will put it on my mages,
Hmm.
just because sometimes they do only just wait.
Yeah, I do think mages do make the best use of Book of Worlds.
Hmm. Yeah,
All
because they're
right,
ranged too.
so now we actually have to cover her weapons, which
Weapons.
so and actually we'll actually we'll start off with her other weapon because it's not actually shown here. She does have 3 weapons though, but this is not considered a weapon though. So we'll actually start
Hmm.
off from here. So let me see where is well, I guess I can just go through here. So first things
She's like
first,
Celica.
hmm she comes with Fortify Plus, which has a power of 10, and this is a better version of Fortify. So normally Fortify just
Hmm.
heals you, but this heals your HP and stats effects for all allies within a 7 space radius. So the power is a little bit lacking, but honestly, because like you're like it has to have low power, I feel like it's justifiable because if it had the power of like Fortify, which I think the power of Fortify is like, let me check this out. Fortify's normal power is, let's see, it is let me see, it is 25. So honestly, sacrificing 15 for not only increasing the range, because normally Fortify's range is only 5, but on
Right.
7, and not only do you restore HP, you
Heal
also
status
heal
effects.
stats effects. That's poison, freeze, fracture. It heals those
It's
stats
amazing.
effects. Yeah. So the fact that you like obviously you wouldn't face fracture on player face, but still like poison and freeze like trust me, this is useful in the end game because you're gonna be facing a lot of freeze and poisons effects. So yeah, this is
Hmm.
a pretty good staff. Like I think it's justifiable to like nerf the healing in my opinion. Like, it's
Yeah, no, I
justifiable.
agree.
Hmm. All right,
Um,
so
I think
oh,
it's like it's the same trade-off as using, like, I feel like a broken record, like Hortensia versus Citrine as a healer. It's like, yeah, Citrine has, like, she's gonna have more magic, every time. But Hortensia has that extra range, and that extra range can really come in handy. So I think that fortified, having that 2 extra range, I mean, when you think about it, 2 extra range, it doesn't sound like much, but when it's an area of effect, that's an exponential increase. It's
And
not linear. Like, it's not like she can hit like dozens more units with it, plus
yeah,
healing the status effects.
and if you think about
So
it, if
like
you put it on Hortensia, that's 1 to 8 range. That's actually like what
exactly.
a fortified range should have been in this game.
It's
Because the
literally better
originals,
than a restore staff.
yeah, like you
You can reach
heal
more
and
people.
yeah, think about it, like you heal and you basically have a built-in restore staff. That's
Exactly. It's a
really good.
mass Yeah, it's a mass restore staff, which is amazing.
It's kind
But
of
yeah,
like
no, like I said,
it's kind of like the Saint staff from FE6 if you think about it.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it,
Um,
it just doesn't heal
but
you to
yeah.
full and it has a
hmm
limited range.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's that trade-off. I think the trade-off pays off a lot though.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, you can put it on Hortensia for 1 to 8 range, which again, that's an exponential increase, so that's a lot more units. That
Hmm.
is a lot more units. Um, or if you want to keep like regular Fortify on Hortensia for more healing, you can put Fortify Plus on like I said, like Citrine or Gregory or someone with like a big magic stat, and they
Here,
can kind of make up
Pandreo.
for it. Or Pandreo, yeah.
Hmm. I mean, we're not doing that because we have like Byleth on him.
Right.
Now we have to go over her weapon switch. These are really good. So comes with hail, this
I think
staff,
it's Hleescalf.
Hleescaf,
Hleescalf?
and
Hleescalf, maybe? I don't know.
I know how to pronounce her other tome, but Helioscaf.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this is it's a staff, but it is considered a tome. Which the sides on those are pretty good. And if you initiate combat, the foe cannot counterattack.
Mm-hmm.
This is
That's so good.
like this staff has definitely saved me dozens of times. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
count how many times this staff has saved me.
Yeah. I also just love the idea that they gave us a um
Fire Street
offensive
weapon.
staff. Like I know technically it's just a tome, but it's a staff, okay?
Yeah, like when you attack with it, you're using a staff. The animation, it's even you using the staff.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like the stats in this are pretty good. Like it's I consider it to be lightweight. Like most of your mages at this point
Mm-hmm.
can wield it. Like Pandreo can wield it. I think even Hortensia can wield this.
Mm-hmm.
13 might's pretty good. The hit is a little bit low, but I mean overall, this is like the fact that you get a weapon that the foe cannot counterattack.
Yeah.
This is really really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And you can still follow up.
Yeah,
Like it's
like
not
it.
like with Thoron where um
You can't
you
make
have
a
to be
follow
at
up with that.
you yeah, you can't follow up, but people I mean like it's like yeah, like they can not counter if they're 2 range, but you can't follow up.
Hmm. And then there's
So
Ili Vhagar, which this is
mhm.
a really
Oh
good
my god.
tome. So
It's really
it it's kind of better than the Helioscaff because it obviously it weighs a little bit more. That it has higher hit and higher might, but it nullifies basic stat bonuses on the target for 1 turn after the combat. So this is in my opinion all right. The thing is though,
hmm
I find that it's not very used. The nullify basic stat bonuses doesn't really come into
Yeah.
effect because like you're not really facing like enemies with like rally skills or like enemies with like stat bonuses. This is like feel like a skill this is a stat like or a tome that's useful like I feel like this would be a case where like this is a tome that's useful for like PvP or like during when you're facing like
Right.
the dark emblems because they do get status bonuses, but those are
hmm
very few like times when you like are facing dark emblems.
Right. Yeah, no,
So
I love the might on it and the hit is pretty nice, but like you said, like the effect it gives is pretty much negligible. I'm
mhm.
like when I'm reaching for this tome, I'm reaching for it for the might.
Yeah, because like at this point, like most times, I don't even think like the Bolgano can get this much might. I mean, obviously if you like fortune engraver, but like naturally,
Right.
like overall, like I think this is a
Yeah,
pretty
I
good
don't think
tone.
it
But
hits 18. Mhm.
But like overall, like seriously, like most of your mages, like Pandreo can wield this without speed penalties, and like 18 mana on
Mhm.
a tome at this state is pretty
Yeah.
significant. So yeah, a tome or staff that where you basically can stop a foe's counterattack, a 1 to 7, 1 to 8 with Hortensia, healing staff that has reduced healing, but can
Mhm.
heal up everyone from a large radius, and also heal stats effects like poison or freeze, and a tome that that hits hard, has good accuracy, but and also nullifies its basic stats that has a little bit, which is a nice niche. Yeah, 5 stars. I
Mhm.
can't give this anything less than five
I
stars.
know. Yeah, no, literally, like absolutely 5 stars. There's I can't give it anything less. Like
Yeah.
she brings so much unique stuff to the table. It's so fantastic.
Yeah, she's almost like Crom. Like her and Crom, like I can understand why they waited for like wave 3 to actually give these guys out because they're pretty good.
Yeah,
So
no.